welcome to my channel. Well, I got a birthday gift sent to me by an anonymous viewer, and it's a type of knife that I've looked at before but never got around to getting, a tracker type of knife. Now this is not, the Tops $200 one, which is why I never really got one. I always thought they were at least that much, but this one, I think he said, was only like $15 after taxes and shipped and everything. But man, it's a great, if you're interested in the design and everything, man, that's the way to go, I think, because this thing's plenty sharp enough and you get all the benefits of having one of these. Now this top up here, it is sharp, but it's more designed for making notches. It's not offset, so it's only going to cut one way, but it's good for making notches in wood and stuff like that. I chopped on a piece of headboard or something that was out there in the trash, and man, this thing is like a little hatchet. Now this one weighs 11.4 ounces, so it's not super heavy. I think the Tops one weighs 2 pounds. Now a Becker BK2 weighs 1 pound, and I could just imagine carrying twice that weight on my hip. Even carrying this one, a lot of times it sags my pants, and I got to make sure my belt is tight and everything else. Another person sent me this sheath because they wanted to see if a BK2 would fit in it. Well, not really. I mean, it'll go in there, but you've got a lot of wobble and everything, and if you shove it all the way down, which I did, it'll start separating the leather from the sheath, just because these handles, are so fat. But it will physically fit in there. Now this thing came with a pretty nice, it's got a little stone and everything. It has a loop for a ferro rod. They included a little sharpening stone, a sharpening steel that doesn't really, they put it in the slot, but it doesn't really fit in there. Let me go get it. See it, it doesn't really fit in there. If you push this all the way through, look how far it's sticking out. But I don't really use sharpening steels that much. More like a honing type of thing. And you've got a stone anyway. But the thing is, this type of sheath is made for a tracker. Now this particular one is a left-hand model. If you were scout carrying, in the small of your back or something. But if you're doing a cross draw carry, it's set up for that. It's not too heavy. It does stick out a little bit when you carry it. This thing's got like a 5-inch blade, like a 5.5-inch blade, but a 5-inch cutting edge. And you've got some, there's just a lot of interesting stuff that went on into this knife. I think it's Tom Brown is the one supposedly that designed it, but I'm not sure, but they usually call it a Tom Brown tracker. And a lot of them you got to watch that they don't always refine the spot, but this is another good area. This can be used as a gut hook. This one wasn't too bad. I just had to touch it up a little bit to make it sharp all the way up there. Yeah, it's a nice design. I really like these. Now you can get them in D2 for around 40 or 50 bucks. This steel right here is good enough. For what I'm going to use it for, which is maiming furniture, probably. This is what I'll mostly be using it for. But yeah, it doesn't. You could force a Becker into here, but you can see from the opening that it's not really it's not really designed to accommodate a blade that's this thin. If you were to take this sheath and try to make it fit a Becker, you would have to first off remove a stitch or two here to get it to open up. This is a taco pattern sheath. Remove a stitch or two to get it to fit that wide, you know, of a thing. It can be done. And these are, I don't understand, this is just cosmetic. You know, you look at it and think, ah, metal tab. No, it's leather. But these things are only like 15 bucks. Again, the sheath is like 15 bucks. So it's fairly well made sheath. For that price, I couldn't do it. I get ideas too from sheaths, just like this one. The one that this one came with. Look how they attached it. Just a rivet here. 2 straps, 2 snaps. And you got... So I got that idea from him. He also sent me a... besides the tracker, a little... sharp little guy. Like a little sharp finger. Pretty cool. He's converted it. It looked like it originally was set up for belt carry, and he converted it to a neck carry, up straight up type of neck carry. And yeah, these little, you know, a combination of a small knife and a large knife, you can pretty much get anything done. But yeah, for the total eclipse on my birthday, it looks like we're gonna have clouds. We got like a 30% chance of rain and overcast. It's still a little bit early, but it would still turn dark and everything. I mean, you know, I'm still gonna be in the path of the total eclipse. So, yeah, hopefully it won't be a total washout, but we'll just have to see. Anyways, that's all I've got for you on this one. Thank you, Anonymous, both Anonymouses, for sending this, and have a nice day.